Hello, good morning. This is Deirdre from Stepping Stones Coaching, and I'd like to say to you, however we have come to be here, from the very heart of Stepping Stones, welcome. I've made a few videos during my morning run now, and the reason I'm doing that is because I really want to emphasise that, when you've committed to your healing process, it is not just a case of watching videos and reading books. You've got to do your tapping, and you've got to really commit to the whole idea that your life is going to change, and you've got to take action, okay? As a life coach, that is definitely one of the priorities that I will say to my clients. You've got to take action. So I'm just letting you know that this is all part of what I do. And anyway, what I want to talk about this morning is apexing. And that's a term that we use in Fast EFT and other modalities. And it's very, very important to understand it. A friend of mine said to me yesterday, "Deirdre, you're a super apexer." So that's okay. I'll keep that one, because what apexing means is that when the problem has so disappeared, the problem that you've been dealing with or the problem that you've had has so disappeared that you don't even remember that it's there. And it's cool on one level, and on the other level, you can think, well, I haven't really made any changes, because the changes are so gone, and you just think, well, this is just who I am naturally. Okay, so let me explain. Say if I'm working with a client, and I'll ask them, what's the worst problem? And they get this actually happened. I remember this happening with a particular client, and him saying, I said to him, well, what's the worst problem? And he said, this one. So he gave me the worst problem, and we dealt with it, we cleared it, we cleaned it up, and it was gone. And then he said to me, well, that's not the worst, this is my worst problem, this is my worst problem. And so the first one was gone, so the next one had moved up. So the first one had apexed, it wasn't there. And when I say, what about that? He goes, no, that's okay, I've dealt with that, that's okay now. Does that make sense? That you move into your natural state of being, and this happens to me quite often, where I say, I don't really think I've changed that much on one level, because it just feels normal to be like this. This is who I am. This is who I am, and that's because I have so cleared out the old stuff that this is my natural state of being. So part of the reason that we do the SUDS level on the when we're doing our Fast EFT is kind of to help you remember that when you started with the problem, 0, you can feel it, 10 really strong. How strong is it? And you say, well, it's at a 9. Okay, and you can do this yourself when you're doing your own work. Put that down, and then just get on with your work, do your work, clear your stuff, drop your emotional charge with your memories, tidy it all up, and then you can go back and check, and you know that it's not there, whatever. Well, then you can see the 9, and so you remember, oh yeah, it must have been like that, because I have no emotional charge now, but I do remember when it was like that. Does that make sense? I love the idea that I am a super apexer, because it's so cleared. It's so clear that I don't even feel it anymore. And I wish that for you. I hope you're a super apexer too. And I remember, when I first got into 12-step recovery, and I went to a meeting, and it was a long time ago, and I was in a really emotional state, and crying and weeping and wailing, and all the pain was starting, the doors were opening to let this pain out. And long story short, I didn't go back to Al-Anon for another 10 years. And when I did go back, and I was in a different place, and it was time, and I was ready, and I did a lot of work. Now, at that time, only I know that the format of the 12-step recovery program meeting has not changed. They don't change it. It hasn't changed. I would have said they must have changed it. It must be different. But the truth about it was that it wasn't different. It was me who was different. So this is what apexing is, that when we so make seismic shifts in our emotional well-being, that because it's not there, it feels like it never was there. Okay, so you don't even have to know that, but if you do, it might help you on your healing journey, and if it does, well and good. I hope whatever you're doing today, that you're having a really good one. I certainly am, and I'm off now to do my Tabata and get my body into shape, oxygenated for the beginning of my day, raises my metabolism, keeps me healthy, keeps me fit. I'm in charge of my life, I'm in control, and it's good. I wish the same for you. I hope whatever you're doing, you're having a good one, and if you're not, keep tapping, keep clearing, keep letting it go. I've already done my tapping this morning. Okay? Talk to you again soon. Bye!